Do you believe in signs? Like, doesn't matter if you call them signs from a god or signs from a universe or whatever the hell you wanna call it. Do you actually believe it? Because I sat down today at my desk and I was thinking about making a new video. And for a long time, I didn't know what exactly I wanna record, what I wanna say, should be the topic. And at some point, I wanted to share with you that my thoughts about work, and simply just to tell you that how I hate my job, how I hate everything about it, but I can't leave it because. And then I started to think why I cannot leave my work. Why am I stuck in a place that I really hate? Hate being there. I hate being dirty. I hate drinking coffee from the dirty cups. I hate leaving home before my son wakes up. I hate fakely smiling and pretending that it's all good. I'm happy. And still, it's not enough to live. And while I was thinking about it, I look at my bookshelf and I picked a random book, literally random book amongst other tens of books on my shelf. I picked this one called Read People Like a Book. And this book has completely nothing to do with work, nothing to do with being stuck, nothing to do with hate to work. But still, I did pick this up and I opened it on the random page. And there it was, the lovely highlighted paragraph, waiting for me to read. A woman might work at a job she hates but cannot realistically live. Simply, she cannot express or even acknowledge that she resents her job because this draws a threatening attention to her financial bind. What she might do, though, is take that resentment and put it elsewhere. She might come home every day and kick her dog, or yet yell at her children, convinced that they are the ones making her angry. I have around 100 books on my shelf book, and there it was, the book that called me to open it. And I know how woo-woo it might sound when I'm saying that. I just looked at my bookshelf, and there was this book, and I picked it up, and I go, what's up there? That's weird. Still, I did open it, and on the first page, I opened and I found this paragraph which completely changed the way of thinking about what I will be talking about in this video. I was thinking that I will be talking about how I hate my job, but I started to think if that was a sign, then this video should be completely different. This video will be completely different. I will be talking about what I'm feeling exactly right now. Now, this text from the book, specifically the part that she might come home and yell at her children, made me thinking how many times I have done it. How many times out of frustration after a long day at work, I yell at my boy, even though he'd done nothing wrong. All he was doing is he was a kid. He's being a kid. And kids are very loud, very noisy. They're doing the kids stuff, exactly same what we used to do. But because I was working whole day and I was completely exhausted, I was completely drained, that led to my emotional offload at home. How many times did he come to me when I came home and with excitement he was talking about his new toy or new Lego build or anything that he's done with his mommy, and all I said to him was, that's cool, but I have to rest now. Literally, even now when I'm recording that, I feel like a loser. I'm feeling like a piece of shit. All the frustration coming out because I have to go every day somewhere that I hate to be. And while I'm thinking about it, I have realized that my father was exactly the same when I was a kid. And don't get me wrong, he is my hero. He raised us as a single father, me and two of my sisters, and he done his best. But I remember that he has never been at home. He been constantly working to pay our bills, to pay for our schools, to pay for our clothes. He has barely been at home, and when he was so tired that he had couple hours of sleep before the next work. And I'm not even talking about the next shift. I'm talking about next work, next job, because he been working on a 3 jobs in the same time to pay everything. And bear in mind that my father is almost 70 years old now and he's still working. He's still saving money for us. And every time I speak with him, he's talking about, oh, maybe 1 more year and I will retire. I will just save enough for you and for your sisters. I'm gonna pay for your sister's wedding or your sister's house or your house or your fucking washing machine, anything. But nothing about him. He literally learned through the years that he has to work all the time to provide, to be able to help us, that he never been at home. He never had time for us. And I'm exactly the same right now. I just realized that I'm doing exactly same thing which I used to hate when I was a kid. I hated that my father could not spend time with us. He could not afford to spend the time with his family because otherwise he would not be able to afford to give us a life that all kids have. And don't get me wrong, I know why is that. The system that is built for a working class is literally creating slaves. To pay you enough to survive, but don't pay you too much because then you might think about leaving your work. Pay you enough to pay the bills, but at the same time, don't pay you enough so you already have to start saving for the next month. How is it all built that whether they will be able to pay the bills or spend the time with the family, spend the time with their kids when they're growing up? It should never be like that. And don't get me wrong, I am not against a hard work. I've been working hard from the early age to help my father, and I'm not moaning about working hard. But I would say that every single person who works hard should be rewarded in an evenly way. Should be able to have time for their family, should be able to wake up with their family and go to sleep with their family. If you cannot afford that, what kind of life is it? Just imagine how different our morning would look like if we don't have to wake up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. Basically any time that we have to go to work before even our kids waking up, before our wife wake up. That's what I love about weekends, because it's not about I can do fuck all, but because I can wait in the bed and pretend that I'm still sleeping so my boy can wake me up and come to me and to my bed, like, we can hug. How different this morning are to the morning that when we have to wake up at 4:30 and leave our house, pour the coffee in the mug, leave our house before even our family is waking up. Or even if they wake up, all you can say like, love you, bye, I will see you this afternoon. And why it has to be like that? Because the problem is that even if we see them in the afternoon, after long day at work, after we take a shower and we eat dinner, all we have is like 1 hour to spend with our family, because they have to go sleep and you have to go sleep because you have to wake up for another fucking long day at work. Sometimes I think that maybe it is my fault. I could have learned more in the school, so then I could go to better schools and maybe get more higher paying job. Then I would have more time for my family, and then I would have more time for fun, maybe have more time for my hobbies. But so far what I see, it's working completely opposite. You wanna hire jobs, so you have to spend more time at work. You're going to spend more time at work, and you have to care more. And if you have to care more, you have to be more obedient to your boss. Then it's causing that you are dependent of your work. And after all, the truth is that if you earn less, you can don't give a shit more about what you're doing at work. You can have more time, but that's causing that you're gonna earn less as well at the same time. And I also think that even if I learn, even if I have a better job and have a higher income, let's assume that I got a better jobs and better money, so I solved my problem. But that means it doesn't solve the problem in general, because someone will have to do exactly same work what I used to do, and they will most likely think exactly same as I used to think. They will have the problem because they cannot spend the time with their family. They will have a very similar thought as me. First, that he needs a better job because he has a family. Then he realized that because he needs to earn more, then probably he's getting a promotion, so he earns more, and which means that he have to care more about his work. And then he's working all the hours of the day and trying to scrape some time for his family after the long day at work, or even on the weekends. But how he can spend good quality time with his family if he literally is drained out of energy, and all we think about after a long week at work, on the weekend all we want is rest. It's a fucking vicious cycle. How the heck can we get out from this misery? From this hole that I'm stuck in, and the hole that many people are stuck in. Even if we would like to do something, even if we would try to maybe find a way, I don't know how, like opening something on our own, we simply don't have the funds. But more importantly, we don't have the time. And definitely not many people can take the risk and leave the job to open their own business so they can create more time in the future and all that stuff. Because we have families and we have to put food on the table. We cannot risk it. I don't know, maybe we should try and learn a new skill. So maybe then we could work remotely or work fewer hours, but get paid more at the same time. But that won't be easy, because learn anything after 12 hours of work in the field, it's literally draining out the energy out of us. And after the whole day working on something and getting drained physically and mentally, it's just impossible. Should we just shut the fuck up and work and live that one day something will change? Should we live in this delusion day that one day something will change? And I don't know, maybe I'm just yapping because I just have enough. Have enough of this bullshit that I'm currently going through. Or maybe I'm just saying something that has no point, no sense. I don't know. But I just felt like I wanted to share this with you because I think I tried to help myself with this kind of yapping. I know I think I try to say and be as honest as possible, although it should be different video, really should be different video, but somehow we get here with this weird accident. I don't know, maybe I'm just yapping, maybe I just have a bad day, and I don't know, if I wasted your time, I'm just sorry.